Welcome to Hacking Emotions with DBT, Part 3. Today we're talking about obstacles that get in the way of working with our emotions. There's 6 of them. I'm going to list them off first and then talk about each one. First, biological factors. Second, lack of skill. Third, emotions are reinforced behaviorally with certain rewards that make it more likely that we'll have those emotions. Fourth, moodiness, just general moodiness, lack of motivation to actually change or work with an emotion. Fifth, emotional overload. We just get too overwhelmed with the emotion, so it's hard to even think. We're just overwhelmed with it. And sixth is myths or beliefs about emotions that make it hard to work with them. So the first one is the easiest one, often, not always, but the easiest one to address, because oftentimes it's just, I'm really hungry. I'm dehydrated. I didn't sleep well. Or I haven't moved my body at all. So there's a lot of these physiological issues that, if we're having a hard time regulating emotions, we need to just check in with that. And oftentimes there's a quick fix of, I'm going to go drink some water, eat some food, move my body, and we'll feel much better. More difficult would be chronic pain that's long-standing, or other medical issues that just make it harder to regulate emotions. And there are still ways to work with those issues as well. It's just not going to be as much of a quick fix. The second one, lack of skill. That's what emotion regulation classes are for, or other books, classes, workshops, other frameworks that teach skills. It'd be nice if we did this at a societal level, but we don't. In fact, culturally, we probably teach unhelpful things often. Even well-meaning parents or teachers or schools oftentimes teach to not feel emotions or to suppress them, or other kinds of harmful ways of working with emotions. Some emotions are okay for some genders maybe, and some aren't okay, things like that. So yeah, practicing and learning skills. The third one, reinforcement of emotions. This one's tricky because oftentimes a strong emotional reaction will actually be reinforced or rewarded, right? We might not be heard or get the thing we want unless we actually get really upset and throw a tantrum and scream and yell, and then we might actually get the thing we wanted, and it makes it more likely we'll do that again. So if we're stuck in a pattern, especially in a family dynamic or relationships, it might be that we are inadvertently being reinforced for an emotional response, or from shutting down emotions, right? Maybe we have been punished from expressing sadness in our life because it affects other people, and so we shut down emotions and we don't share and we don't work with them or even feel them. The fourth one, moodiness. This is tricky because sometimes this is just like another kind of low level emotion, or some sort of a malaise or lack of motivation that just makes it so I could do something, but I don't really want to. But there are skills as well for this to work on, ways to increase our willingness and to change our mood to work with our emotions. The fifth one, emotional overload. We might need to do some other kinds of what we call crisis survival skills or distress tolerance skills in order to get back to working with our emotion. We might need to do something more intense, like paced breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, holding our breath as we dip our face in cold water, some of those other skills that might bring our distress down, so then we can work with the emotion that was there. And the last one, emotion myths. This is kind of what the heart of, like, if you've heard of CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, is, where you examine, what is the story that I have about emotions? Do I have a story like it's weak to feel emotions, or it's not okay to be sad, or it's not okay to be angry, or on the flip side, whatever my emotion feels is right, or I have to do whatever my emotion tells me? These would be myths or faulty beliefs that oftentimes make it hard. If we really believe these myths, it makes it hard to work with our emotions and to help regulate them in a healthy way. So those are the 6 obstacles. Recognizing these obstacles give us kind of empowerment to say, oh, okay, this is what's making it hard for me to work with this emotion today. Thanks. Good luck. Keep it going.